Since this is my first episode, I thought it would probably be good to share how I found out that I had stomach cancer. And believe it or not, it all started with an apple. Because I live in New Zealand, you have very seasonal produce. And in January, apples are really expensive. So I thought that if we were going to go ahead and buy apples, we might as well buy the best apple we liked, my husband and I liked the best. So I went down to the grocery store, got one of each, and we had a tasting when I came home. And have you ever bitten off a piece of something and then you feel it kind of lodged at the bottom of your throat? Well, that was the feeling that I got. I thought, gee, how stupid was I? Did I not chew or what? And it really kind of got heavy and I had to spit it out. And I was like, gee, that was weird. But it's happened. It's happened to all of us, right? So that feeling didn't go away for a week and a half. It wasn't constant, but in that week and a half, I often had that feeling that something's not going down. It's kind of getting stuck. And I was being really mindful. I was cutting up my food smaller and I was dipping meat into applesauce and being really mindful of chewing well. And the feeling just stayed there. So I did make an appointment with my doctor, and I'm blessed that my doctor is one of those ones who really, really listens to you. I told her about not only the feeling that everything was dammed up, but I had started hiccuping and burping a lot of the times when I ate, to the point where when a friend asked me to go to a party she was having at her house to meet her parents, and I was very self-conscious. I didn't want to start hiccuping in front of this group of people. So anyway, the doctor sent me pretty much right away to the ENTs. It was maybe a week, and I had an appointment with the ENT. So that problem that I told you about, of the feeling of having trouble swallowing, that's called dysphagia. And as I've been reading more about stomach cancer, there's a lot of signs that you can look out for. That happened to be my signal. But the problem, one of the reasons why the stats on survival rates for stomach cancer are so bad is that a lot of these symptoms are things that we would kind of experience every day, just like swallowing something that might be a little bit too big. But they're good to keep in mind, especially if you have any kind of combination of stuff. So I had dysphagia, and I also had bloating. But, I'm a woman in my 50s. I look down and I say I've got a bit of a menopause spread. So even having the bloating didn't signal to me initially that something was wrong. But a lot of people feel full after eating a very small amount. That wasn't something that I had. I can still eat like a teenage boy pretty much. People can have heartburn, and just like the word suggests, it's that feeling of burning around in your heart. But it's not really in your heart, it's in your esophagus, and it just kind of radiates the pain. So you can have trouble swallowing, you can have bloating, feeling full, and heartburn. One of the things that I learned, I didn't understand what the difference was between heartburn and indigestion. Indigestion is more that your stomach just feels kind of off. So it's not the burning up here. It's more of a belly issue. So I did have times where I would just go, man, my stomach's off. And again, you start wondering, did I leave leftovers in the refrigerator and ate them too late? It's so easy to put these things into the normal life category. But if you have a combination of things and you're worried, it's better just to go to the doctor and get it checked out. Other things that follow on, of course, if you're vomiting or you got blood in your vomit, that's a pretty clear signal something's wrong. If you have weight loss for no reason, that's for a lot of cancers, that's a signal something's off. Tiredness, weakness, general fatigue, and if you have black colored poo, if your feces is off, then that's all signs that it might be a good time for you to make time for your doctor. So that was it. I was really, really lucky that Dr. Barnes was a good listener. I hope whatever doctor you're working with also, was a good listener for you. And that's it. That's how I found out that I had stomach. That was the start of me finding out that I had stomach cancer. Was just feeling that my swallowing was off. So with that, my next line of videos, what I'm going to do is each part of the diagnostic procedure, I'll put in a different video, and that way you can find out what an MRI is, what a CT scan is, and kind of all of these things that they put together to give you a better diagnosis. So until then, be belly brave and take care.